Welcome to This Week in West Hempstead, sponsored by Spiegel Law PC 516-873-1683, Tiffany Dry Cleaners, and Reister's Bakery. Here are your hosts, David and Norm. Take it away, gentlemen.
All right, Dan and Norm, great to be back in the studio.
Yeah, nice and warm here. Cold outside.
Yeah, we're going to get some sleet, some snow. Guess what? It's winter time.
And Saturday night, I think we're going to get a couple inches.
Who knows? You know what? It wouldn't be the first time the weathermen were either right or wrong. So,
right. I really love to talk about snow.
Listen, we had the varmint was out, right? So we're supposed to get 6 weeks of winter.
Yeah,
so we should
exactly.
Be good.
Yeah. I don't know. I know so there's a bunch of raccoons running around. Maybe they see their own shadow, and it just means that we're going to have 6 feet of snow. So last night, I went to the school board meeting. There was a big buzz up on the WhatsApp. People were talking about we got issues and we're going to go and we're gonna just shout out and all that stuff.
No, nobody showed up.
No one showed up. Whatever. There was
a handful,
maybe 20 people. And that in itself was pretty sad. You would like to see that people would show up to participate in what's going on in the school system. And what was billed as the big items were the two items we talked about last week. One of them was the school busing and sort of changing the plan so that if you registered a kid after April 1st, you would pay the difference for the busing less $1,000. I don't know. It was a little bit hard to follow exactly how this would be implemented, and I think the school board kind of saw things the same way as I did, and they said no, meaning we're not going to go put that on the next agenda.
Yeah, it's a hard no, and they are not going to give any kind of flexibility. If you don't make that date by the cutoff, it's done.
Yeah, and I think it gets more complicated than that. There's school buses going everywhere, and if, as proposed, if a parent was going to pay all the money for the school busing, just by filling in a different seat in Hank, that may be one cost, but then there may be another where adding a kid also meant adding a whole new bus. And that cost could be $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, who knows what.
Truth is, we're talking about 0.01% of the population that's going to be affected by this.
Yeah, and
it's not a big deal.
I mean, I understand the intent, which is to make it more flexible for parents and so that they can adjust things, but it just this didn't sound like the right plan. The second piece was really around the UPK, and there was a whole bunch of items that board member David Lazar had put forward. There was some discussions back and forth, got a little bit heated, and between him and Karen Brom, and Dan Riemann stepped in as usual to weigh in. And in the end, they felt that this was, again, what was proposed was not in the best interest of the school district, and that also didn't make it to the next phase. Bert Bless, kind of weighed in as expected with David Lazar. There was some people in the community who talked about the fact that it should be more equal for the private schools and the public versus the public schools. And at the end of the day, the school district is doing everything they possibly can within the state guidelines to maximize the UPK service, which is still new and learning. So again, back and forth, and no and no.
We've been over this before, though. Like every time, it's like, why are we using the seats? Why are we doing this? Why are we doing that? I mean, the private schools, at least Hank apparently said, we're good. We have what we need. So I don't know what else they're chasing down here.
Yeah, it's even more than that. So it's not only Hank, but it's Hartorah as well. And they mentioned having conversations with Rabbi Menchel from Hartorah. So it's like the school district is working with the private schools, and they're just working through the system. So
the system's working, and everything got aired.
Yeah. So, it's a win-win for democracy.
Moving on to sports.
So, I love talking about Rams basketball. I just love talking about Rams basketball. And they had a big win with Isaiah Blunt scoring 23 points and Evan Wilson with 17. And they had a 69-51 victory over Carl Place with just 2 regular season games left. They're in great shape to win the Nassau AB 8 title. And the next game will be this coming Thursday night against Lawrence at 5 p.m. So, we just love watching Isaiah's career and watching him literally explode on the court. And wow, I mean, Ram power. This is really, really good news.
Okay. Redistricting.
Oh man, so this is a little bit of a tricky one, and even the three of us have been sort of trying to figure out exactly what's been going on. So let's just talk about what we know.
Yeah, we know that there was a lawsuit, right? There was a challenge by the Democrats of the redistricting that took place earlier by the Republicans. It was deemed to be unfair, and they went to court and they got a judgment. And so now there's a new redistricting plan, which I believe was accepted now by everyone.
Well, I mean, it's been approved by the judge, and this is going to be in place, guess this, till 2032, so it's going to be around for quite a while. And it's all about battles of gerrymandering, and so previously District 14 is now going to be part of District 5, which is also going to include Hempstead and Uniondale. This is all going to roll up into what they're calling a majority-minority district, which is a district that is over 50% populated by voters in a minority. And so West Hempstead is getting drawn into that. At the end of the day...
So what this means in some ways is we had this whole thing, you and I found out last election that we were still in John Giuffre's district and not in Bill Gaylord's. This is for the Nassau County legislature, so far as we can tell, not state, not federal. This is the kind of thing that just grinds my gears.
Tell us, Dan, tell us.
I cannot stand whichever party it is. It's the Democrats, sometimes the Republicans, sometimes they're redrawing these Frankenstein districts with half of it like this. Look, at the end of the day, I would like us all to be citizens. I don't care what your ethnic background is, your religion, any of this, right? Draw a district that makes sense, make it square, make it rectangle, I don't care. I'm sick and tired of this. At the end of the day, it's just about them trying to ensure that they get themselves reelected, and it's nonsensical.
Yeah, so...
but, for me, we end up with 2 great legislators. Right?
Yeah,
so
Bill
Gaylord and John Giuffre. At the end of the day, as long as they're representing me, I'm good.
But they're not. I mean, coming the next election, it'll be so... Oh, it could be one of the 2 of them, or it could be someone else.
The next election, who knows?
I don't know. Listen, gerrymandering is tough, and it has consequences. I think going forward, instead of gerrymandering, we should be calling it jerry-rictoring. And then I think we'd be in great shape.
Then we'd have smoked meats. The only thing I will say about it is one of the other weird things, if you look at the maps, at least that we've seen, there's tiny little parts of West Hempstead still in some other district down Eagle Avenue. It's all very bizarre.
Yeah, it's like someone just took a crayon and just went all over the place, and that goes there.
Well, U.S. News and World Report came out with a report that Nassau County is the safest county in the United States.
All right, there you go. I feel real safe now. I look at the crime, the crime sheet from Nassau County on a daily basis. It doesn't feel like the safest county in the country, but you know what? Maybe it is. Who knows?
Well, there's some changes happening now with ICE because now when the cops pick up an immigrant who commits a crime, they don't just let him loose, which they usually do, right? Yeah. They do a desk report, something, and instead they're turning them over to ICE, which takes them off the streets.
Well, it gets even bigger than that, which is Blakeman just announced that 10 detectives from the Nassau County Police Department are in essence going to be joining ICE for Nassau County operations. It's huge. I mean, it's like, Nassau County is actively participating with ICE to go after the immigrant criminals. And I don't know, these 10 detectives, are they off of the regular beat and now on this beat? I mean, I don't really know. I mean, we're the safest county. Can we afford to have 10 detectives?
Yeah, well, I'm not sure they're doing it full time. Maybe it's like, one day a month in which they all go out and try and pick up people. But a lot of people get caught up in this net. Not just the criminals, and that's, I think, unfortunate.
Well, yeah, I mean, look, this is all riffing off of the new federal administration coming in, and they're running these raids now. So far as we know, Nassau County cops have not actually participated in anything official so far. But listen,
no, they're coming.
Federal politics are coming down to the local level.
It's like we're in the Wild West now. So, up behind all of these, you had the special deputy sheriff, right? The deputies, with the big badge program. So they're also facing legal problems. So there was some Democrat lawmakers suing Blakeman and Sheriff LaRocco and calling for a judge to declare the program illegal. So, it's going to wind its way through the courts. So, who knows? We got all sorts of interesting, things going on within the police department. And quite honestly,
why would anybody object to having more cops? I don't know.
But you know what? Nassau County, number one, we appreciate it. And I can certainly say from my perspective, West Hempstead is a very, very safe community.
Yep.
And, Malvern, super safe. I mean, wow. But that's an incorporated village.
Right.
And
thank you, Nassau County.
So I think it's a good time for us to take a quick commercial break.
Tiffany Dry Cleaner is ready to handle all your cleaning, laundering, and dry cleaning needs. We offer free pickup and delivery Sunday to Friday in all communities. Give us a shot.
All right, Norm and Dan, we're back, and a bunch of things going on for the Super Bowl coming up this Sunday. There'll be a Super Bowl Sunday pancake breakfast, and it's going to be taking place at the secondary school. It's being hosted by the West Hempstead Lions Club, and it's going to be amazing. All you can eat. There's going to be a raffle basket and things for charity, and wow, it's
having these parties all over the place. The Boy Scouts, I know, are having a pre-Super Bowl party. Tailgate party.
Don't they make some dip or something like that?
I don't know, but this is party time for sure.
Yeah, well, go Super Bowl. But I honestly, I don't really give a crap about who wins, but you got the commercials, blah blah blah. I despise the Eagles. I dislike Kansas City. There you go.
And I don't care for either one of them because it doesn't matter to me, but there's always a great game.
Yeah. And
it's always a great game.
Yeah, it's great commercials. It's not always a great game. I've actually been...
I've loved the games.
So just so you understand, we're a little too curmudgeonry to make any kind of predictions here, so just watch the game.
We don't care.
Speak for yourself.
Anyway. New at the library, they have A to Z travel database, and you can access it on their website, and it basically gives you a guide for over 200 world cities, including maps, restaurant recommendations.
There's always hidden stuff, great things going on at the library. And this week, I took my 10-year-old grandson to get his first library card.
Oh.
If you haven't experienced this, they make a big deal out of it. It's really fun. They get a little card, and they get their name on it, and they get a prize that they can select from a gift basket. Having been your first library card, they take you into the kids area, and you can pick something. It's really fun to do. If you have a kid to bring, do it.
Well, so wait, if you're an adult and you haven't had a library card before, do they give you a beer and a hamburger or something?
No, they give you a free tea bag. And we're coming up to Valentine's Day, and you go through your annual rant about
it makes me crazy.
And
the town sends out this flyer that people should do their vows again with the town, and I don't know why they're spending money on this. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
You get to take a picture with your favorite politician.
Right?
No, Kate Murray. Do I want to take a picture with Kate Murray? I don't.
Why not?
Why?
You got something against Kate Murray?
No, I love Kate Murray, but I don't want to take a picture with her.
Well,
why?
Go get married.
Don't send me an invitation to take a picture with a politician. I don't want to pay for it anyway. I mean, if they want to pay out of their pocket and send me an invitation, fine.
Maybe they do the reception for free.
Listen, if people need stuff photoshopped, let me know. Maybe we can help out there.
Oh, wacky stuff. And, business of the week. There used to be the Island Basketball across the street from Stop and Shop. They closed up a few months ago. They were there forever. In its place is now the Cherry Valley Sports. And they're doing soccer, they're doing lacrosse. I see the place.
The place is huge. If you've never been in there, you should go by there and check it out.
Yeah, it's like it used to be a hangar deck, I think, during World War II.
I mean, it's a full professional court, and it's beautifully done.
Yeah. So we give a shout out to them, and welcome to West Hempstead. And
what's new with
Roosters? Yeah.
So Roosters this week is having Super Bowl specials, all kinds of stuff. They got cookies, they got these amazing cakes. They posted a few more on Instagram. Just fabulous stuff if you want a little bit something sweet to go along with your 6-foot-long sandwich or whatever for the game, and plenty of more stuff coming up in February.
Yeah, and finally, Creative Corner, they once again had a Saturday night jamming event. The name of the band kind of escapes me, but I know it was a packed house. We have something up on the website, on social media. You can go take a look at it. If you're doing a birthday party, call Creative Corner. They'll do a great job for you and your kids. And I don't know, Dan and Norm, I think it's going to wrap it up for this week in West Hempstead. Wish everyone a great week and stay warm.
Be careful with the weather.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Please be sure to visit our sponsors, Spiegel Law PC, Tiffany Dry Cleaners, and Roosters Bakery. To find out more or to reach out to us, come visit us on social media at Facebook and Instagram, or visit our website at westhempsteadecho.com.